American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Yeah, if you just tuned in, Dr. Blaylock was breaking down the fact that it's on the inserts of these vaccines. The doctors and people that tell you, oh, there's no mercury in there, or this doesn't cause neurological disorders, they know full well it's on the stinking insert. Instead, what the big companies do, or when you go to the pharmacy, is they have fact sheets that aren't the actual sheet. It's a bunch of propaganda. And they go, oh, everything's fine, honey. And it's because these cold-blooded companies want to make money and more. They want to set the precedent to basically carry out eugenics. In the 4 minutes we've got left with Dr. Blaylock, then we're coming back with your calls and a bunch of big news here on this Wednesday edition. You'd sent us a note, and we always appreciate being updated. We posted an article at Infowars.com titled, Fluoride Linked to #1 Cause of Death in New Research, that being heart attacks right ahead of cancer. We know it's linked to cancer, too. That's been admitted. And then you explained a subtlety in the article, the specific connection of fluoride to plaques in the arteries, and where the author may have misunderstood the scientific research. Dr. Blaylock, break that down for us.
Yeah, the article was misinterpreted. This is an area of research in which you're trying to find ways to scan people to see how much calcification they have in their coronary arteries, because we know that's strongly correlated to death from heart attack. So they found that you can radio label fluoride. Now, you put a radioactive tag on the fluoride, inject it in the person, and it'll accumulate in these calcified plaques, and so you can see them. So it's not that the fluoride by this study was causing the plaque or causing the calcification. It's just a way to diagnostically look at it. Now, taking it further, looking at the research that really connects the two, what we see is that fluoride avidly attaches to calcium and cells that make calcium. So when you look at fluorosis, for instance, the spine will become so calcified, so many bone spurs on it, it'll crush the spinal cord, and a person can become paraplegic. Ligaments in the neck will become calcified and produce quadriplegia. And according to the literature, only fluoride overdosing can produce this condition.
And they've known this for a long, long time. This is one of the oldest studies, the things I've seen out there. So it basically creates just a sludge in the body, and I guess to simplify it, collects the calcium and things and allows it to bond together.
Right. The fluoride will bond to the calcium plaque. Well, fluoride's a highly reactive metal, and the studies have shown when it binds to that calcium plaque, it produces high levels of free radical damage to the vessel wall. Well, that's what produces atherosclerosis. So basically what they're showing is that if you're ingesting fluoride, it accumulates in the calcium, and that makes the calcium infinitely more harmful and makes the atherosclerosis progress much more rapidly and extensively. This has been shown in the brain. Any calcification in the brain, for instance, pineal gland, accumulates fluoride. They've examined pineal glands in humans and found that the levels of fluoride were 10,000 parts per million, an enormous level of fluoride. There's also a connection to excitotoxicity. We know that excitotoxicity is occurring in the walls of these blood vessels, these heart arteries, and that produces calcification. Then the fluoride combines with the calcium and worsens the excitotoxicity. I serve on the editorial board of the journal Fluoride, which is the only journal that deals with fluoride research in the world. It's the fluoride, the International Fluoride Research Society.
I'll tell you what, Dr. Blaylock, we were intending to have you go right now, but you've got to come back. I want you to finish this thought for just 2 minutes on the other side, and then we'll also, for the full audience, give people the websites, BlaylockWellnessCenter.com, invaluable information, BlaylockWellnessCenter.com, and RussellBlaylockMD.com. But I want you to be able to finish this thought, because this really is a true public service announcement. The system has known forever that fluoride calcifies in the bones, the joints, the arteries, everywhere.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com. Did you ever think you'd be where you are a decade into the 21st century? Record foreclosure rates for homes, if not yours, your neighbors. Thankful for the unemployment check since you were laid off. And placing your child's name on the angel tree in hopes of a Christmas gift, along with thousands of other Americans. Did you ever think your future would feel this out of control? The fact is, in all this craziness, there's only one thing you can control. Your greatest dependency, your food supply. Make 2012 the year you take control by getting prepared. eFoods Direct introduces the best way to build your food supply in the 21st century. Get a 21-day supply of food free with purchase. Call 800-409-5633 or go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Take back control in 2012. Call 800-409-5633 or go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Remember, you can bet your life on eFoods Direct.
You may be arrested and or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship, body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
I know everybody's covering the attempts by Congress, and it's really part of an international treaty. They want to get our laws lined up with it. I know everybody's covering the SOPA Act and everything, and it's because everybody is covering it that I've only spent probably 45 minutes of the show on it today. It's very important, but our audience knows about the attempts at censorship. You understand what's going on. I'm going to give you my perspective on the big picture of where this censorship is going and what the establishment's going to try to do in the future and ways to combat that. I first want to go to Greg, Ed, Michael, Nate, and Scott and others that are patiently holding. But I've held Dr. Russell Blaylock, MD, retired brain surgeon, neurologist, and of course, author and researcher, over because he brought up some information dealing with the direct connection with heart disease, all sorts of degenerative diseases of the spine and bones and hips and cartilage with fluoride that's added to the water, the pineal gland. But then, while he was talking, they ran in here with a new article that just went up on Infowars.com, and I read this during the break, and he's going to comment on this before he leaves as well, because it's exactly what he was saying 30 minutes ago when he first joined us. AMA, American Medical Journal, that's the big one. Make participation in vaccine trials mandatory. And it's got the link. I didn't just believe Paul Watson's headline. I went and, he's one of our great writers, but I went and clicked on it. It's titled, Should Participation in Vaccine Clinical Trials Be Mandated? We're talking about the AIDS vaccine, all of it. And they say in here, the public does not trust them anymore, and so let's just make them take it. Well, yeah, because we've gone from 1 in 25,000 with autism to 1 in 68, because neurological disorders are off the charts, and you've got direct graphs of whoever takes the most vaccines in the country has the highest rates of all these problems. And we're talking about pancreas cancer. We're talking about heart disease, brain problems, neurological disorders. I mean, this is a plague. I know I'm ranting, Dr. Blaylock, but every time I get you on, there's so many points. This is a Armageddon. This is a Holocaust going on. And as you said during the break we were talking, they are scared to death. This validates. Let's cover this first and then briefly get into the fluoride and heart disease situation. But, I mean, this is a big deal. This is exactly what you were just saying.
Yes, it's terrifying, and the public should be terrified, because this is sort of a national socialist idea that Hitler ran his regime under, is that people are cattle. We're the elite, we're the intelligent, and you just have to do what we tell you and trust us. And if you don't trust us, we'll make you do it. Well, that was the eugenicist idea. That's how they ran eugenics program. And now, historically, we look back and we say, well, thousands of people were ruined. And we were wrong. Well, that's why you don't give elitists that much power. And these people are saying, well, parents are stupid. Doctors that disagree are stupid. The researchers that disagree are stupid. And we just have to make them do it against their will. We'll take their children away, and we'll give them 9 vaccines. And, 10 years from now, when all of this is proven, they'll say, well, we just didn't know at the time. Well, that doesn't do 10 million, 20 million people any good, because their children were destroyed, their lives were destroyed. It cost this nation hundreds of billions of dollars in health care that they come back and say, well, we made a mistake. That's why you don't allow them to force people to do things. When I was treating patients, I didn't force them to have surgery that I thought they should have. That was their decision. I didn't force them to take medications they didn't want to take. I just told them what I knew to be the possible facts, and they figured it out. That's why we are individuals in this country, and we have freedom. We don't have elites that dictate to us that we're going to follow their plan. And
that leads us into another area, as you said here 2 years ago, and they said it can never happen. It's law. We now see physicians quitting in droves, going bankrupt. They're being told what treatments they can give people. We're seeing them now saying, well, if somebody's got a low IQ and they're 10 years old, they don't get that kidney transplant, even though we've got it. We see Bill Gates saying, yeah, don't give an old lady treatment, hire 10 teachers. They're now admitting death panels. They're now admitting government control of medicine.
Well, when I analyzed the Obama health care bill when it first came out, I told people every bit of this. And all the naysayers, oh, that's not what they mean. Well, now it's obvious it is what they mean. It's obvious it's in these bills. It's obvious physicians are not going to have any choice about treatment. They're going to be told what to do. If they don't do it, they're going to take their license away. And I'll tell you what's coming is a federal medical license. So they're going to take it away from states. You will get a federal medical license. If you don't do what they say, you cannot practice anywhere in the United States.
Wow, it is just tyranny at Mach 10 at every level. In closing, BlaylockWellnessCenter.com, RussellBlaylockMD.com, 2 different sites, incredible information, invaluable. You want the real research from a real expert. These are the sites on so many issues. In closing, fluoride and its connection to heart disease and other ailments.
Well, one thing they know, fluoride is highly reactive with aluminum. It forms an aluminum fluoride complex that is powerfully brain damaging and powerfully aggravates atherosclerosis. And it does